mayor, just went back to the US when I was appointed as Minister of Youth and Sports by His Excellency President Adam in October of 2020. So that's a rundown of who I am and what I have done in terms of work and in terms of military work. But all of these was culture. We know that you have registered a lot of success at that ministry. We know that you are not a square peg in a round hole. And the main reason this municipality wanted to elect you into office, is because you are confident and credible. And I can safely say that you are the 95% of us. What successes, what have you done at the ministry? Because obviously we know that you've seen a lot of improvement, when it comes in terms of our football fraternity and stuff like that.
Well, no, there is quite a number of successes within the ministry. The primary one of them is the investment, because we know that before now, our sports was receiving a lot of support from government. And I'm not talking about individual car price, I'm talking about the investment that is going to grow the sports and make it a worthwhile investment. One of it is the national teams, which we know that our national team has been receiving a lot of support more than any time by government in terms of their needs, their match bonuses, their camping allowances, their travel arrangements, their hotels. Government now takes care of almost 95% or close to 100% of the national team expenses whenever they have engagements, and that has started before. But I come in, we increase the budget. What government used to give is just a small amount of money to the GFL, and the giver will have to find a way to fund it. But now the government is fully funding the national team, and we're doing the same thing for volleyball. We do the same thing for athletics. Our contribution is always there when the national team is going out for other sport, non-football sport, for instance, track and field and others. We're enough, and which is the infrastructure. So we started work in certain areas in Fulabanzan, but also bring development to communities and to individuals and their families. So these are all progresses that we've done. Outside the sport area, in 2021 of January, 4 months into my appointment, we launched the first ever youth revolving loan and grant, which is meant to support young people who are in business to be able to have access to small grants and credit facilities. Understanding that the banks charge some expensive prices, and we're working with this SDF. We provide funds and they administer the credit part of it, while the ministry administers the grant part. So the minimum is 50,000 for every young business person, and then that is for the grant. For the loan, they can apply for 250 or 300,000, and we have a number of young people that have benefited in 2021, in 2022, and in 2023, totaling close to 12 million for the grant, 12 million for the loan, and about 8 million for the grant. So these are all successes that we registered within a period of 2 years. And the last thing that I want to talk about is the National Youth Service Scheme. We know that those that grew up in the late 90s, early 20s, knows about the National Youth Service Scheme. But later on, it was not very active. But we kind of brought it back, and we went back to recruitment. And in 2021, we had a recruitment of 153 young people that are fully funded by the ministry to the National Service Scheme to go on with their skills training. And last year, 2022, we had another 150. So right now we have 305 young people that are all in different training institutions, learning skills that are fully funded by the ministry, including a monthly stipend. So these are all progressive successes that have happened within the ministry. And in our agriculture, we have the GSI, which is the chairman one, that is also training young people. Every year we have more than 45 young people that we camp for a whole year. Their feeding, their accommodation, their medical expenses is paid by the ministry. And that project is in chairman, and it's targeting rural young people. Some of them with richer means, and others are just regular young people who are at risk. So these are successes that we can talk about that have been registered in the ministry or the ministry.
Thank you.
you very much, Honorable. Honorable, the reason we are here today is obviously you are the aspiring candidate for the KMC mayor. His Excellency wants to restore sanity at the Kanifing Municipal Council. The only successes Alben Suda was able to register is to go to court, issuing injunctions and stuff like that. You know, he have his plan. He said, I think one of his manifestos in 2017 says, grow and account for revenue. But he's running and breaking away from accountability because His Excellency, under the powers vested on him under the Constitution, have instituted a commission of inquiry. He run the court. You know. So you are here to kind of, restore the post-sewage, waterways and the rest of it. What plan do you have for this municipality?
Manifesto different areas. The first is the first thing. The second is the restructuring that is needed at the administration to ensure that we have personnel and departments or units that will respond to the issues, the current realities of issues. So those are more about the internal work of the council, digitalization of tax collections, restructuring of the management, CADA. But the other part is the outside, and this is where the people of the municipality needs more attention from the council. First is the infrastructural development. Now, like you mentioned, you drive around the municipality, you virtually don't seems to appear that we have feeder roads. We do not have proper feeder roads, and that is a responsibility of the council. So we want a council that is going to identify major roads and work towards constructing them. In areas where we cannot construct tar roads, we can rehabilitate the roads and ensure that they are backfilled and graded so that they can be motorable by the people of the municipality. Secondly, or the third point is about the waste collection. And yes, we know this council have done their best in that area, but you still go to the Kanifing municipality, you see areas where the vehicles cannot reach. You see areas where if the vehicle comes for 1 week, you will not see it again for a whole month, and people complain. So you have to rely on private services to ensure that they collect their refuse, and that's expensive. But again, this issue of how do we ensure that the markets and other things are clean, we need more fleets of vehicles to be added to what is already available, and ensure that we have personnel who are ready to provide the services on the highways, inside people's homes, and in the communities. The fifth point is programs. And today you know that one of the most important things that creates well-being and the wellness of people is to have recreational facilities across the municipality. So we want to work to ensure that there is recreation facilities in key areas, but people of the municipality, the dwellers of the municipality can go and stay. But economically, we don't want to just focus on capital projects that targets infrastructure, but also people's empowerment. So scholarships for young people of the municipality, and like I said, manifesto we clearly mentioned that we would have scholarships for young people who are needy, but we will also have special scholarships that we award to the best graduates within the municipality. So today we can present 10 best graduates of 10 best high school graduates of the municipality will be sponsored by the council for their first degree, and so that we can have a crop of young people who are highly intelligent, supported, be able to complete school. And the last point is about some of the needs that are in communities. Example, access to water. And you go to certain communities in Bondo or in Challenge or in Aboko, you realize that either the network extension will not reach there, or the network extension is there, but they have to wake up at 3 a.m. to have access to water. And we want to work with NAWEC to provide the cash support that is needed for them to expand water into that area. And these are things that were done in the past. I mean, I remember when we were there as councillors, we used to extend water in neighborhoods like Botam, in Bundung, and in Fatikunda. So we want to bring that back, that kind of program that will support communities to have access to water and access to electricity. And where NAWEC is not possible, we can have boreholes and ensure that people have access to water. So in the summary, these are some of the activities that we have put in place. but we want a more inclusive council that is addressing the economic needs, economic challenges of our people. And this includes people with disability, that include women from disadvantaged families who, without the support of the councils, would not be able to have that survival that they need, by putting up a credit facility that will support young people can have access to it by applying to get that fund. People with disability, instead of going out to beg, they can come there, apply, and if they fulfill the requirement, they can be given small grants to go and start a small business to be able to help themselves and help their communities. And the same thing will be extended to the women groups who are within the municipality. So very comprehensive, but like I said, we have written these documents and we've shared them occasionally on the social media so that people know that we are not engaged in politics of patronage, but we engage in politics of ideas, where people can buy the idea and believe in us, give us their votes on May 20th, and we can deliver.
Thank you very much, Madam Minister. You touched on the youth, so obviously I know the viewers, will be impressed, the plan for the youth population of this country or this municipality. And also, we want you to talk about, the politics of dishonesty that we've seen across in this municipality, what we call in NPB a flower basket politics. Alvin should have collected 350 billion of taxpayers' revenue, and I think the primary responsibility for the municipality is to kind of do service for the general public, and that's 60% of the taxes they pay. Unfortunately, even to the bank, you take a loan, even to buy those cleaning service cars or whatever you might call it, trucks and stuff like that, and the taxpayers themselves are paying those monies, But if you look at the photo ops, as most somebody rightly put it, he said, Tal is Natal at Tuki. That's what most of their commitment. I'm just quoting most of it directly. He said Tuki at Natal. You understand? That's politics of presentation style politics and all those things, So he's good in that, obviously, because I've also seen the beans. I've seen about how many 100,000 beans. I was kind of shocked, to the quote, because I'm saying, how many vendors do you have in this municipality who can well those beans, create employment, and the money will stay in this country? But you see, he make a kind of, it's just like a mountain, or it's just like a mountain, just to, impress people with something that is kind of a white elephant project. We want the voters of this municipality want the credibility, which you have in abundance. What would you tell them?
What we would tell them, and I want to believe they would adhere to it, is to make assessment, and that's where I'm going to start from. Because again, if you vote somebody in office, and the reason why you do elections periodically is to be able to give the opportunity to voters to make a choice, either to keep the person or to change him or her, for somebody else. And it's the voters that need to make an assessment. But when Talib was running for mayor, and I was running independent, who was on the GDP, we had debates, we had discussions in the radios and all that. And each one of us presented their ideas to the people. One thing or the other, he won. But it's now 5 years. Let the people sit down and not just buy into the idea of what you said, using media propaganda to make people believe that development happened, or looking at strategic locations like Westfield and beautifying the place because people's eyes are attracted by something that is beautiful. But let them go back into their wards and look inwards and tell themselves the truth, whether they have seen developments that they needed, whether they have seen something, a project that is done by the council, funded by the council from the taxpayers' money that you talked about. The answer is going to be no, because we know that when we are contesting, he promised the people of this municipality that he was going to raise their revenue to 100 billion per year, something that he failed to do. In fact, he's not even collecting 50% of what he said. And secondly, he promised that he was going to relocate the back of the dump site, and he failed to do that. And today he's talking about government failed to give us land and all that. When I say something, I want to say it because I know it's possible. I don't have to get there and start saying, somebody did not help me do this, or I didn't say I was going to raise $1 billion. I said I'm going to raise $1 billion in 4 years. No, that's not what we expect. So we want people to look inwards. In Ibotan, where I did challenging, or in Bunu, Corner or Backwater or Bakary, what project did council bring on the release of talent? They don't have an answer to that. So that idea of leaking and all of that is also what most you need this government is a fact. The fact is that this council did not deliver to the people of the municipality, despite the fact that he is on record to be the only mayor who has increased taxes by 100%. In 2019, a year after he was in office, he raised the revenue, the tax rates, the license, the trade license, the duty that the women people in the market pay, and the trade license, everything was increased by 100%. And that is what helped him to get the 300 and something million that he's boasting about. But when he tells people that I'm going to boost revenue, we were expecting that boost revenue by putting in systems that will ensure that you maximize collection, but not necessarily to charge a double amount of people and attract more money and then brandish it as that we were able to boost the revenue. But again, after raising the revenue, what did you return it? Or what's the return for the people? For they pay tax for services. And if a previous mayor is collecting 130 million per year, 115 million per year, and they're able to build 5 markets in 2 terms, 3 markets in their first term, 2 markets in their second term. And the time that I was there as a councillor and head of the finance committee of council between 2008 and 2012, we built 4 markets. We built the Abuka market, we built the Ojo Zone market, we bought the land and built the Talim Insika market. And then we were able to reconstruct the Serapuna market because it was burned down by a fire and we reconstructed to the state that it is today. It was during the same time that council built Charles Taylor High School. And we had tractors that we are collecting refuse all over the municipality for free. So these are all tangible projects that people can point to, that people within the community see and they know that these things were done during this people's time. When Yankuba came in his second time, I wasn't there, but he bought the Jilipita market, the land that's there. He bought a land in Badjie and constructed the Badjie market, which is just by the police station. And the police station in Hanifing was also constructed by KFC. So these are all projects people can see, alongside water extension, alongside the scholarships that we have been giving to young people and many other projects. But let the people reflect and ask themselves what project did Charlie at this council bring in the last 5 years. I'm not talking about the traffic lights, gym, open gym, that's an official, 100% official funded project. And I'm not talking about the EU projects that are, which is a national project given to the councils to supervise and implement. And these projects are meant to discourage young people from embarking on the pathway. So EU in return agreed with government to provide something that will encourage young people to stay. And sporting facilities were identified as projects that would make young people to stay. And that's why they're supporting the Bakary field. And if you go there, you saw it clearly. It's the EU logo, and it tells you that it's funded by EU, same like Bakary does. So the question that I would ask, I expect any other person to ask, is the 300 and something million that KMC is collecting from people, where did they invest on? In which project did they invest on, which is funded by the council? I mean, it's sad to say, but now council is more like a commercialized place that every little service you have to charge, despite the fact that people are paying taxes. You go to the same market, the toilet that is there, or the bathroom that is there, the women have to pay $2 to get access to that bathroom. That is not what anybody would expect a mayor or a council to do. Because those are services that people pay $10 per day, plus the sum that they are not pay on their subs. At least if you do a toilet, you should be free of charge, not charge you $2, and then you force the women to leave the market and go into a compound to use the bathroom just because they don't pay $2. So for us, we are presenting our programs and we are challenging the mayor to show us the work that some people say he did, and then it will be easy to debate.
Yeah, thank you. Because you when the minister is saying about role mayor, we want to do away with the politics of elitism and policy, as you mentioned. And obviously, we also want a mayor. KMC deserve a mayor that will work closely with the economy, not a mayor who will treat the authorities of this country with other content and
kapal yang media communication. Kalau balik mana dalam tulis memang kawan memang ani Bakary Badjie mais ako parang dulu kita bayar di kan film soal kasus. Kalau betul ini kalau ada media orang berbeda saja jamaah orang beda mulai memang angkat orang. Dapat rumah ni mulai lalu memang ni kalau mulai semua fungsi ini dari media orang berbeda kerja. Kalau orang berbeda kalau mulai angkat orang media orang berbeda ini kan ini jadi okey kemarin orang ya ibu dan itu hanya kerana bulan macam ya dua bulan macam okey pada minggu tempoh yang dulu lah tak pula esnya mau memiliki sidang ini adalah kata film kemarin bukan palsu bulan apa dia ya orang sama yang boleh kan dalam ini kalau lihat dan awal ini kok ngajar mulai funding sosial media kan ini kalau mulai funding itu mulai fokus pada evidence saja jadi mulai lanjutnya soal KMC mulai ada kenal soal itu mulai dulu jadi kita summarize dulu ani même si on sonne une termina même pas pour faire le climat ani pour le climat la fabrica para sur le comme men ya ko be so KMC no kan isu na on so ni fa mo fande inya jala ka te fele ma ba o ni be mo mo be fitila ko la ko yandi ko mo ya mo na so KMC ni na ani me be si KMC ay no do ko ya ka on ka mo le ka do para mo ka te fele so je ko yandi fodo ko era fodo ko ma la fese ni do ba di kada da me ko fana na ta dia so wala mo be ka ro ko man ni ka ma la ko kan na ba so ko ye mo ya ko be la ro ni ba
okay so ko ba ke so ya ba ke ta ta ke kana jangan di media platform do platform do ya ko le dia ko ya fa ya me ba ke ne ko ka pe ni o election ya no so ya sila long kena election dia orang tak mana parce que bi presidential election na kata president elect national assembly na pada ni kana defe amu mi alam ka kuma da ba parce que mol mi alam ko wala sin kan municipality ani do la nyata esprit absolu because yamo ko you was la salve ko silul kaja umoli yo sole la tara o municipality so ni municipality ko la ni ko do ko de so que la ni ni municipality da school o yo sole wala marché abe tansul ya da ora besia ko nga mo se to ya la ko ya woni ka lo roboti ana nasi de ye para tansul do ko la effectivement mi ya lo ko ya do le la bla ya lo ko la fa mo ya je dula le ni ya ba ni ta mo ka dula ye ya lo ba ya lakini na do ba ya na ko le angale ka mi manifesto wala ko mo le ko do ni na do ko ko do la fa le ni na le ko sa ko sa ni ya lo ko ni si da ni ni ka ba fa na wati asana no ale ko ti ko ka jibe fo nga mi ko ba de ka ni ba man ka parce que kai le mi ya ko sa mo no so for the next 5 years or sa isa ba na ni ka ba dinga ka le ni na when manifesto mi ya ko dala la manifesto bi when ko kile da ka jelo ko na jilo ten dunia ko jilo mo fele ni na me ki do ke wala ko wala si da ka jelo ko na silo la ko silo ya ko bi ko ni spite ya adula jama bi le ya ko silo mo ano mo ma ko mse la de ke no malo para la do bi le ya ka ta mana para la bi le ya ko ya ta do ke la ko ka ko na ke yo ke ye wala pero ke ye ke da sama na ke mo lo se bori no ano mo je ko ba so mo ke plan na mo mi wala ko na kan so je from wala so no ka ya me ko la ka ni ka yes ya ta kale ko na ke ya mo kana da bali ke mo kana na ka ko ya ba ko do ni ji ya ro ango mo angale ka mi ki za la season of tax wala ko se mo ko bi ni da ta fe jola men no ti so la mi ba ko ya business so de ni ma mo ya ni de ni ko da no banko da na ko do ki na so mana si ko sama na so so that way mo ko ko ya ko da ba da ni ni fe jola ya ani kuma mi ya ko computer system mi ya ko sa ke ko ga
na flow min kana geti abi do mani para jol mom dikala wala kaso min bi ta na ko bi wala dina ko la fela ko jamaso bare muneke itata taxol la fa mol ka minjo taxol la karola ya la fale signafala ko na don ke biya no ke wuli fula le do sai ko wuli nani le do don ke biya no ko bitiko minka wuli lu jo ya mi wuli plinjo sai ko wuli fula le bini don biya no ko da si 500 ke be lu ko wala jo sai ka wuli le jo bare juti biya no ko so ka jole bitiko do wala maseo do molum da 500 ko le jo ina ko wala fa ya ke dal sai so nyimbe mun ko le biya no ko amanya parce que kala je min ke wala ko aya fo mole ko ni tana ala ko jama'a so ba ko jama'a so ada ban system ko je ya ko do mon ala min ke wala ay mole charge anu business to ngado yani bi ko be debbo nka dala si wuli kilinjo sai ko ni ko dala si wuli fulale to ndebe min kala ko na professeur ko na professeur ma la fala na baga so la fa ni ko de ko juti sai mo fa dala si ba ko mo ko sai be dala si le to para so be la fala so what a home place ya among boutique tio ani mo ni ka wa ko ke ta ma badani ay pour fo mo mo badani ya ko wala kana marché parce que kami la fa price auto akana consumer lega so sawa njango wala ko parents le ka ko na musola ka for ko ni ke la ka for ya no ke si janne ise mo ko ro so kan so bi ni mo tada ko na business so ya jibe ni se ma ko no ko la ya ma ko wala mo du ka fu ko do di ko tay to nyon dama mo tema ya business of is mo ma ko se kana mu fa mara ma to program mo ya no la la ta ko ni dum ta kan so mo tamandi ba ke na fa para kuma be mu ni kuma ya wala ko council nyanta kala mo na council wala ko bi mo sa no de mo sa ya bi no jama la ko mi ya ya ima
Bakary Badjie no ministry ko mi daga kala sama ka ke mayor ka ni nga demande sara je bal man ni gol kam fo ko ka ya woro fo le dama itara ministry ni development of the de na spending for more than be na fe fendi ko je ka so price because man la kala time of so wa mo la fa na si wol fa na na
na misu so ya bang sometimes mo change ni ka or not ibu ka change ni ka bare ka je sometimes social media ka sa ne bare mi ente jakale mo bi yalla be be ka be tan ilafta folo ko tema yiwa just for la kawo for dinkala kawo wodo wo mu fende bi yalla ko dum ka basta because Gambia be mi ni kan sanji je maso wala ko government ye ko do ta ya bi sport ye yiwa me wala ke ka sai because ministry la do ko manke ko kata ka timo ni sabalado o kata ka teke no do la do ko is policy wala ni fande wala ko do yalla ko wala nyata dépense la sport la kawo bi ni Gambia football federation ke ba wala ko government de mi ka bi sports la football la kawo anere ma so wala bi ni do pass ni volleyball ni ga ni la fa ni national collection ni ga ni association do ni ga wala ko sai to la fa government ni tara ka so and ba je kan ko na mo be bi kan banda ka ka outside government le ko do jo ya mo wala kan akli to mo di ja sama black kana national team ni la tara do la do hotel la do la camping allowance la bonus government ne ka ani la travel ticket all day mi ala ko wala sama dollar african be wala ka so wo ko le mi ala wala ma so no wala tena sai ga de ka andum na ngin je ko do ko wala tena da ya qualify ko kala afro because ni masa ko da ma ko do ndi je in 2019 20 kana 2021 na timo to qualify so that's one thing. The big difference here that is a 4 million 100 million government wala difference ministry wala difference that's what volleyball again man other sport athletics available. So, boy, I did a sign. Either at our international level, Gambia to work. So, what we have done is we are long for more for data Malaga. But telling Yato what yet, and then I didn't go for Mokoroso, but I said, Dunka, the government Mokoroso. The second part, whatever the international stadium. The big ceremony in Lota in 1983, government of Niger Bakary first. And in more so. Ni betara siri je vadi es ima pendo ima place ima fe akatia But what man can work in a stadium or other than Ghana can work. So don't have a lot of problem. Not only did the DJ for Kaja for stadium money, I improved on it. But I didn't have one match of the Kelon in 2021 and 2022, 2020 and 2021. Half year more blood in a major grade. But I worked on a half year more ban in 2019 and 2020. But science, no good also the stadium money better. I kept putting me out of the Kelakutama by half the requirement of David Allen. Individual six old, changing more than I paid more say, but and now by the Kela and international standards stadium, the major big of coronation. Woman told that success let me out of National, but for the Kela Karola, for national youth service scheme, no Jamaya, NYSS. But what goes to the Yano Okama, but I believe they are quite 2020. I mean, you want to national youth service scheme, I am Brunan and Oro. Na funding so be around for the recruiter, masa recruiter be the pro jola, katakamola, will be the stipend jola, the monthly stipend. And right now, na funding be around for the Wallace, what Musola in Kyo, Yano who will be training institution, Tomato, at that for 305. So we'll be able to be around for doing it 2021, 2022. And policy like our and youth policy that are like sports policy, but like a ministry study plan that are. Funding can be allocated the business of in I was appointed October 2020. January 2021, na program launch in Mumika.